Hello, everybody. This is Steven Wong, and I'm here with Robert Workman of Shacknews.
Hi there.
He reviewed Watch Dogs, and you were pretty favorable about it. Give us the lowdown. What did you think
Um,
overall about Watch Dogs?
well, I'll tell you this. I mean, Watch Dogs was kind of going into like tough scenario here because a lot of people were thinking, oh, it's just Grand Theft Auto with high tech aspects. But the thing is, it introduces a number of elements that really make it more interesting to play than I would have imagined. I mean, it's how they utilize this tech that I think was really cool in the game. I mean, yeah, you could go around and cause car accidents and everything like that, but you can also go around and listen to people's conversations. You can play vigilante and stop would-be criminals from like committing heinous acts and up your reputation. I mean, you could set up blockers, you could blow things up to freak people out. I mean, there's just a number of things you could do in the game aside from the campaign, of course.
Did you play mostly? Did you go gun crazy, or did you try to do stealth?
I tried a little bit of both. I'll be honest, the stealth approach definitely has its advantage. You can like set off things to like throw people off, like car alarms and explosions and everything like that. Get their attention, sneak past, or knock them out from behind. You know, and I gotta admit, Aiden Pierce is a pretty brutal guy. He can knock you out with a baton pretty good. It's no hand blade, but it's a pretty effective tool. The gunplay works well too, but like when you're trying to up your reputation and you're gunning down guards left and right, it's a little awkward. But at least the gunplay works well. So if that's the kind of approach you want to take, but the game's really laid out so that it takes advantage of your technical side of things. So using these distractions is really cool. Watching them, how they play out, how they throw off guards and everything like that. It can be really cool. So I recommend trying to play both ways just to see what works best for you, and then go for it from there. If you want to shoot everything, shoot everything. I'm not going to stop you. It's Chicago.
So when I played, my least favorite thing about the game was the driving. What was your experience with it?
I think with driving, it depends on the vehicle. Like the faster vehicles in the game, they're swanky rides and everything like that, but they handle like, coming off like a rubber band coming off walls, they could be really hard to steer in the game. I like the slower vehicles. They're not that great during chases, but hey, how often do you get to plow a truck through a traffic jam? But I mean, yeah, I mean, it seems like the lighter the vehicle, the looser the steering. I got used to it. Some people don't. I mean, you were very adamant. It was like, this isn't working for me. Some people are going to be like that, but I got used to it. It's just a matter of like how you get used to the physics of each car, what they can provide, and everything like that. And some of the car chases can be fun, but then there are other times the traffic just gets completely in your way and piled up, and it's frustrating, and you lose like a hacking contact as a result, and you have to chase them down all over again. And it can be a pain at times depending on the traffic and how you handle each vehicle. But like I said, I think once you get used to it, once you drive around with certain vehicles for a while, it becomes second nature, and it doesn't seem so pesterous anymore. I think the thing that I was really bugged by was like how stupid the AI can get in the game. It's like there are sometimes that the guards are dead on where they're shooting and just start firing when you walk up. Other times you could be right in front of them, walk up, hit them in the head, and nothing. I mean, it just seems a little bit off at times. And the citizens can be weird too. Sometimes they're a little paranoid when it looks like you're carrying a gun. Other times, oh hey, how's it going? I guess it just depends what neighborhood you're in. But I think the AI could use some balancing out. A patch wouldn't hurt to get that over. But otherwise, aside from like minor driving quibbles and the AI thing, I thought the game was pretty well put together.
So you mentioned that your least favorite thing about the game is the AI.
It's one of the minor problems, I'd say.
What would you say is your favorite thing about the game? Your biggest
God,
moment?
I think being able to like just like execute a great escape. Like if you're in like a guard field thing and you could draw off a distraction and slip out unnoticed, or like I said, the car chases and everything like that. But I think it's just the open world approach that I really enjoy about this game. Just being able to like go on side missions. You could go around and listen to conversation for hours, listen to a rap battle, listen to some politician yelling at his girlfriend, listen to some really raunchy
Did you
stuff.
listen in on the rap battle?
Yeah, I am still trying to find the rap battle. I heard there was one in there. My friends were like, "Oh yeah, it's a great rap battle. You should find it." I'm
Was it
trying.
epic? Did they say it's an epic rap battle?
They say it's an epic rap battle, which is why I was like, "Hey, if it's worth calling in for, it has to be an epic rap battle." So I really want to find that. But and just like the way that Ubisoft is like layered in like a bunch of stuff that you can find on the side, it's almost like finding the boxes in the older Grand Theft Auto games. They're like little goodies that, once you come upon them, I was like, oh, they threw that in. That's pretty awesome. And like I said, you can go at your own pace. Open world setting, it's really cool and everything, but if you feel like going on missions, you can. If you feel like creating havoc, you can. If you feel like I said, pissing off Chicago cops, you can. I think the whole open world approach has been done exceptionally well here. And this is coming off Ubisoft's Black Flag, mind you. That was really accessible. It was like, well, they can't really top that, can they? No, but they actually did a nice presentable thing on the side with Watch Dogs. It sets the stage for, bigger stuff to come in the sequels or the DLC.
So what would you say is the biggest standout moment of the game?
Wow, creating blackouts. I think there is something about just being able to shut down a football game at a moment's notice or a 2-block radius and everything like that and slipping away. I mean, it's almost like something Batman would do, if you think about it. Just being able to activate one of those is a really cool thing. Either that or taking down a room full of guards without any of them really taking notice is kind of cool too. Again, Batman.
That's cool. So earlier you mentioned Black Flag. So if you were given the choice, which would you choose, Watch Dogs or Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
Yeah, see, if you compare it to other Assassin's Creed games, there would be no question. Watch Dogs, because I'm kind of done with the other Assassin's Creed games. But Black Flag has a lot more to hunt down in terms of treasure, shanties, crew members, different stuff that you could do. I mean, it's a wide open sea of stuff. But playing around with Watch Dogs in Chicago is good fun too. So I'm going to say it really depends culturally what kind of game you're in the mood for. If you want to be a pirate, Black Flag all the way. If you want to be a high tech hacker, Watch Dogs. It's just good to have both available in case you want to do something in the past or if you want to do something in the present.
Or you could wait for the DLC skin where you could dress up as a pirate in Chicago. And
I wish to be, and let me drive around a car that looks like a ship, please. That'll do.
That would be awesome.
A boat car or something. Yeah, that'll do.
It looks like a wooden ship, and you just drive through and fire cannons off at people.
I would love that. Let's make it. Ubisoft, you're on point. Do it.
So, which do you think is better, Watch Dogs or Grand Theft Auto 5?
See, that's the question of the day. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 is just a little bit better in terms of activities and with the online stuff that you can set up in terms of races and multiplayer events. Because I don't think, Watch Dogs lets you hunt down contracts and everything like that, but I don't think they have a configure your own multiplayer thing like Grand Theft Auto 5 has. But I'm going to say Grand Theft Auto 5 has a slight advantage, but I still enjoyed Watch Dogs for what it provided. So if I had to choose between two, I'd still choose Grand Theft Auto 5, but Watch Dogs would be closely behind.
Yeah. You also reviewed Wolfenstein. So, knowing what you know, and if you only could have one or the other, Watch Dogs or Wolfenstein: The New Order?
See, they're both different types of experiences, but I'd say in terms of the depth that provided, Watch Dogs. Because see, Wolfenstein: The New Order has two different storylines that you can follow, which I thought was very cool. But eventually Wolfenstein comes to an end with very little replay value outside of finding items that are hidden, like Nazi goodies hidden throughout each level. Whereas Watch Dogs, you can go and create havoc in any part of Chicago. You could drive around a number of different vehicles. You can hunt down different online contracts that you haven't hunted down before. You can find secondary missions. You can play vigilante. There's just so much more you can do in Watch Dogs. I'm not saying Wolfenstein sucks. It doesn't suck. It's a great first-person shooter.
But
in terms of longevity, I'd say Watch Dogs has the advantage.
That's cool. So do you think you would keep playing Watch Dogs now that you're done with the review?
Yeah, I definitely want to dig into the multiplayer modes. One of these days, probably after E3, I'll probably get into it over the summer. And then, of course, you can't get enough of contracts. That's always fun. But yeah, I would go back to it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. This was Robert Workman, and he reviewed Watch Dogs.
Thanks so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.